Welcome back to the Nottingham Forest save on FIFA 22. Times are indifferent right now. Not necessarily tough, just challenging. We find ourselves in a position where you guys quite rightly said, if we can beat if we can beat Rosenborg in this next game, then we will hopefully finish above Ferencvarosi, the Hungarian side, if Midtjylland beat them, meaning we will finish third in the group and can continue a European journey in this save by finishing third and then getting potential knockout football in the UEFA Europa Conference League, the new third tier of European football. It's the present looking unlikely, but we'll give it a damn good go. We have been slightly better recently. If you saw yesterday's episode, you'll notice that dub top right. We also got another one. For the first time this season, back-to-back wins in the Premier League. For the first time this season, back-to-back wins in any competition. I'd love to make it 3. Probably not 4 with Manchester City away, but if we can get the majority of games coming our way in victory for the remainder of the month, we're in a lovely position for January, where we are, of course, looking to do some business. But that is for a couple of days' time. Right now, Taiwo is going to maintain his start because it's been pretty good yesterday. Gonzalo Ramos is back from injury, however. But everyone else is now back at full fitness. The side is looking stronger yet still. Willock 81 now, Niakate 81, Kalimuendo 81, Mangler 81. The team is continually improving, and hopefully now so are the results. Let's go and beat Rosenborg and keep the European dream alive. Andre Hansen, the man that's going to try and keep us out. In front of him, a back 5 of Reitan, Jampoli, Henriksen, Vagic, and Pereira. Tagseth, Skarsem, and Hoff in the midfield, with Noah Jean Holm up top alongside Rasmus Wiedesheim Paul. Again, apologies if there's any probable mispronunciations in there. We are at full strength. Full strength. And I need to be at full strength because we want this dub. We want our European dream to continue, because especially if we're not going to be getting back into Europe via a league finish, which at the moment looks unlikely, but who knows, then winning a European competition is going to be a great way of making sure we get that calibre of extra footballing competition next season. Nico Williams driving towards the box. I'll tuck this back here to Awani. You can see Jacob Ramsey there on the edge of the box. Then look to Kalimuendo. Just trying to keep this alive. And alive it is. And kicking too. Jacob Ramsey makes it Nottingham Forest 1, Rosenborg 0. That's a good start. Deserves a like and a subscription, don't you think? It's only because I forgot to say like the video and subscribe in my intro. Wiedesheim Paul. We need Midtjylland to win here. Rosenborg, if they lose this, can, in fact, probably will, still progress as second in the group. And we need that to happen because it means that Ferencvarosi haven't gotten a result against Midtjylland. But I'll look for Jacob Ramsey over the top. He could be in for another. Or, I mean, let's be honest. Unless he's got the slightest of touches on that, that's a foul, isn't it? It's a lovely ball over from Taiwo, which is not something I usually say. And to be fair to him, he has gotten a touch on it. He's then taken the man down, but I think because he's taken a touch there, probably not a foul. Although certainly may well have gone to VAR and could questionably have been given as one. They've not been very bright at the beginning here, have they? Oh, really, mate? You're going to play that there? Jacob Ramsey busting a gut in behind. I try and play the ball over the top to him, and he's dinked it to the man stood shoulder to shoulder to him. That's more what we expect from Taiwo Awani's passing. See Jacob Ramsey making a good run. Kalimuendo is the man in the most amount of space. And then Awani, and around the corner for Jacob Williams. Jacob Ramsey. Oh, Awani, that's a fancy assist. But unfortunately, doesn't come to fruition because Joe Willock's shot is well blocked. It would have been a gorgeous goal. Why is Taiwo, just at the moment we decided to sell him, suddenly turned into a pretty damn decent striker? I have an 86 rated Gonzalo Ramos, so rather evidently he's the man, especially if we change formation to a one man through the middle formation, that is going to lead the line. 86 rated compared to 81. But, strike. Very good strike. Noah makes it 1-1. But if someone comes in for Gonzalo Ramos, 86 rated, in a side that currently sit bottom third, let alone bottom half of the Premier League, I think we might be getting some people sniffing around Gonzalo, and I cannot say no at present. I'm just not in a position to do so, am I? Nicely into the path of Joe Willock. Well, Taiwo's running, and if I can find the pass, he can be through. It's not Taiwo, it's Cali Mwendo. My mistake. Out wide here is Joe Willock. Cali Mwendo is there again. Found well. Shot comes in. It's very well blocked. Willock gets it under control, though. And there is Mangala. Again, very well blocked. Is that going to spin away from the defender? It won't. We'll take the throw. See what we can do from there. An hour played. They're making a change. I don't think I need to make one yet. Mangala. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Joey. No. Pereira. He's done me there. Drop of the shoulder was very nice. Keeper will come for this. Thank you. Roll it out quickly. And out wide. Nice run, Joe. Good lad. Keep going. Cali Mwendo's there. Gonzalo Ramos a little bit slow in the movement. Joe Willock. Borderline onside, offside. Onside for now. And there's Gonzalo. Positioned perfectly where he needed to be. Off the bench for 9 minutes. Scores a goal. Anything Taiwo can do, he can do too. Hence my striker dilemma. 2-1 though. And I forgot to check at half-time what the result was currently in the Midtjylland game. So we have currently the scoreline we need in this fixture. But I don't know if we have the scoreline we need in the other one. I delayed too long for Cali Mwendo there. He's gotten away from that challenge, though. That's a lovely ball. Jacob Ramsey. Gonzalo is certainly back. 3-1. You see my issue? Gonzalo Ramos hasn't scored. Nobody had scored many goals this season. We changed formation. Goals started going in. Made a decision to sell a strike and prioritise another. And they're both banging them in now. 1 minute added on, and we've quite comfortably won that back from them there. And we should, hopefully, as we lift this with Cali Mwendo, maybe get a fourth. 3 points. Now, have we done enough? We don't know. Have Midtjylland done enough is probably the more accurate question. I want to know what their result is. If Midtjylland have won, then we have... Oh, of course, Ferencvárosi win 1-0. I think ourselves and Rosenborg now are out of that particular competition. I don't know, as Rosenborg had enough points to stay ahead. They didn't. So by beating them on the final day, actually, we've managed to eliminate them from the Europa League as well. They get the Europa Conference League spot. Ferencvárosi finished second and Midtjylland top. But there's only 3 points in it from the top to the bottom of the group. So, whilst we might say we're unlucky, at the same time, over the course of the 6 games, we weren't good enough to warrant that spot. So, we can't really be that unhappy with it. Taiwo out for Ramos is the permanent change to the starting lineup, although for the next game against Manchester City, with the nature of the stamina and fitness of the squad, probably Taiwo will start up top alongside Ramos. Manchester City, top of the table. We are on 14 points. As you're well aware, we could go to 17 with a win. Manchester City, so we're not going to be going to 17 with a win, although we would have thought the same against Arsenal. But they have lost 7 games this season. Liverpool are still unbeaten in 16. City top, though, and could go 4 points clear if they beat us. Manchester City's lineup: Ederson in goal, Juan Foyth at right back, Ruben Dias and Eric Garcia, because of course they lost Aymeric Laporte to Tottenham. Whether Juan Foyth was involved in that deal or not, I don't know. Foyth, did he leave Tottenham permanently, or did he only go out on loan to La Liga? He might have left permanently, in which case certainly wasn't involved in that deal. Joao Cancelo at left back, Rodri, Goretzka and De Bruyne, with Sterling, Foden and just the best striker in world football right now, as far as I'm concerned. HAALAND is, for me, at present, better than MBAPPE. that might be controversial to say because they're both right up there. But I think at this particular moment in time, I'd rather have... yeah, that's probably the best way to phrase it. Maybe perhaps they're both on par with each other ability-wise, because it's going to be another Ronaldo-Messi situation, isn't it? Like, let's be honest, they're both phenomenal. It doesn't really matter who's better than the other. It's just a case of who would you rather have in your team for the way that you play football. Whoa! Hang on. And I'd rather have Erling Haaland in my team over Kylian MBAPPE, I think. He must have gotten something on the ball. I mean, that's a red card. Rodri comes through me. I mean, has he gotten a touch on the ball? Oh, he has, but only by a matter of pixels. Rodri is a lucky boy, I think, in the opening stages of this game. A very lucky boy. Here's Raheem. Going to be at Chelsea, of course, next year. On FIFA 23. Looking forward to using him. That's not the best of clearing headers, is it? You don't see that very often. At all. I'm almost glad that it is a thing. I'm just not glad that we found out that it's a thing by us conceding a goal. Nico Williams' clearing header is awful, and the keeper loses out aerially to Leon Goretzka. Although, does he lose out aerially? Because he doesn't actually jump. He just turns his back on it. So, no, it's still just a bit of bullshit gameplay. Okay, never mind then. The whole challenge with a keeper goes up for it, doesn't get there, and you get there instead thing isn't a thing. If the keeper had jumped, he'd have caught it. Oh, lovely! Manchester City 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Mangala across to Oxlade-Chamberlain. And I'm going to try and find Ramos here. He's going to look for that top corner. Stunning save by Ederson. Did really well to get across to that. Corner delivered. Florenzi's underneath it. Juan Foyt wins the header. Niakate back to Mangala. Oh, why is it just defenders? Oxlade-Chamberlain from the edge of the box. Blocked right at source by very good defending from Ruben Dias. We're still 1-0 down here. We're trying, though, and we're fighting. Don't rule us out of it yet. But if City score a second, then you're allowed to rule me out of it. And early to Foden. Oh, this is going to be 2, isn't it? Sterling across to Foden. If he's onside, it'll count. And he was, and it does, and we are 2-0 down. You can write me out of this one now. Oh, it's just pinpoint accurate. It's just pinpoint accurate. Unplayable Manchester City when they get going, aren't they? Erling has taken more shots on his right foot than he has on his left. But they're still incredibly dangerous. And that one, unstoppable. Just brilliant passing. One touch, touch, shot, goal. That's the difference. They're just pretty damn good, aren't they? They're top of the table for a reason this season, Manchester City. And we are finding out exactly what that reason is. Mangala into Jacob Ramsey, around the corner, runners everywhere, distracting defenders, keeping them busy. Florenzi turns and beats his man, will deliver the ball, and there is a man underneath it. Oxlade-Chamberlain goes up, punches it rather than heads it, locked me off him, and I wasn't in control when he got there. Still 3-0. Chamberlain, Jacob Ramsey, a consolation goal would be nice. Just to help the goal difference, because it is lacking a little bit. Ramos turns away from the defender. Just has to wait an age for the ball to drop to his feet and can't get the shot away. Such has been our luck in this one, unfortunately. It's just fallen well for City every time. And we haven't been able to compete, or even close to it. Well and truly outclassed in this one, and there might be a fourth. If there is to be, it will come from the corner. Niakate intercepts well at least. More changes for them. Riyad Mahrez coming on now for Foden or Sterling. Oh, no, De Bruyne, in fact. Okay, it's an intriguing one. He's onside here. It came off my guy. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Ruben Dias. If he scores from there, I really am pissed. Bernardo Silva could certainly cause problems in the position he's in. 2 minutes to go here. It's a case of 4-0 or 3-0. We still don't know. It's a game we didn't expect to win. We've got the Burnley sim midweek and then Bournemouth the week after that. They really are winnable games. Very much so. The home game against Burnley, particularly in the sim. And then, fingers crossed, we can do something against Bournemouth. I'm actually going to slow up here, turn, and then look for the pass. Consolation goal, maybe? Could have gone for the squared ball again. Probably should have gone for the squared ball again. Jacob Ramsey, never mind. 3-0 City. We held on well. We went 3-0 down early doors in that second half. And then had some chances later on. So we certainly were able to compete for a spell. But couldn't make anything of it. And rather evidently, City were just by far the better team. That result sees us drop into the relegation zone. So even despite our good performances yesterday and the points we picked up, we are still very much under threat here. Nico Williams probably not going to be able to play this game, is he? No, we'll sim it. We'll get it done quickly. We should get the win. We're strong enough to get the win. We do get the win. Gonzalo Ramos, Klosterman and Jacob Ramsey. That is refreshing. Bournemouth next. Definitely going to have to rotate for that one because it's coming in just a couple of days' time. Got a scout report here on Noah Mbamba, who is shite, so we won't be signing him. Thank you very much. Taiwo's saying thank you. Joao Pedro saying no thank you. I need to be playing more often. That win takes us out of the relegation zone. Well, you can see how tight it is, can't you, for yourselves? You don't need me to point it out. We have 15th place Bournemouth next. Let's get a dub. 4-3-3 for Bournemouth. Travers in goal for them still. João Mario at right back. Lloyd Kelly, Chris Mepham and Mauro Jr. the back four. Philip Billing holding with Maddie Camara and Lewis Cook in the midfield. David Brooks on the right. Morgan Rogers on the left. And Fabio Silva, the man, through the middle for them now in this save. No Dominic Solanke. I'm not sure where he is. Some changes for me, as you can see. Chamberlain is in. Biancone is in. Badiashile is in. Just for stamina, more so than anything else. 3 points. Very important here. I don't want to put too much emphasis on it because I know that we very much could find ourselves losing this. But these are the sort of games in the situation we're in that you just got to win. I know we're away, but you still got to win them. Can't go from qualifying for Europe to being in the situation we're in. But we are going to be 1-0 down early doors. Oh, I love this game. Channel Urina Petri Sevriches. Come on. God. It's Fabio Silva's tonsils. Fabio Silva to Morgan Rogers. Omar Richards ignores the ball. Thankfully, the keeper saves his backside because that could have been very awkward for Omar Richards there. Calimuendo's on the run, but I'm not going to squeeze him through yet. Gonzalo Ramos will go short to Mangler and then try and commit the defender before them playing the ball. Please be onside. Please be onside. Thank you, Biancone. Oh, it's a brilliant interception. Omar Richards does get to the ball first. Can't control it. Not having a great first half here, Omar Richards, is he? We could very easily have been level there. We unfortunately are not, but Yates has won that and the Ox could help us continually, maybe go 1-0 up. Gonzalo Ramos, I'll lift this looking for Calimuendo. Take it in your stride, pal. He's done well. Lloyd Kelly has the answer to every question he's asking so far, though. Yates, Gonzalo Ramos. Oh, free kick for Kamara to take for Bournemouth. It's decently floated. It's cleared away by Biancone. Oxlade Chamberlain gets it under control. Squeeze it through the gap now. Gonzalo Ramos does have the pace to get away. I'm going to need the support, though. Oh, excuse me. That's going to be a red. Back pocket, please. See you later, pal. Ta-ta. Morgan Rogers sent for a rather poor challenge, although he's a left winger, so it's not necessarily going to make them easier to play against. Certainly if my passing's that shit for the rest of the game. Oh, I'm not firing on all cylinders here. Bournemouth are missing a cylinder now. Maybe that will help sway things in our favour. We certainly needed that stroke of luck. Hopefully we can make them pay for making that mistake. But at the minute, we're the ones that look more likely at conceding a goal. Biancone, Ramos itching to get forward. That's evaded the feet of the defender. He's gone again. No! Oh, come on! Oh, give me a break. I put so much power on that to feed him into the gap. Look how much power's on that pass. Ah! I swear half my issues with career mode are actually with fucking the gameplay team and not with career mode. Oh, brilliant. Brooks is in. He's gotten away from Emma Richards. It's round to Fabio Silva. Thankfully, Unai Simon makes the save. Kamara with the delivery from the set piece. It's not great. No, it could very well have ended up in the back of the net. Philip Billing back to MBAPPE. Billing again. Fabio Silva. Well, I'm sure that was a scenario where if that was a user control player, that user would have put a bit more power on that shot than he got as well. A bit more frustrating from their point of view that it was a shot and not just a pass in the build-up. Although, to be fair, my pass would surely have led to a one-on-one situation for my attacker. Gonzalo Ramos looking to get away. Oh, the ball was meant for Biancone. We still use him. Looking for Gonzalo. Calimuendo's there. Calimuendo is found. Please, come on. I just want this chance. I just want to have a shot on goal. He's onside here. Biancone into the middle. And I've picked out the one defender that was between the two strikers. Mangala, Yates. Half-time is very nearly upon us now. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Joe Willock. Oh, I need that to get through, and it hasn't. We are going to be 1-0 down at the break, but I'm trying everything here against Bournemouth. Mangala. Go on, Gonzalo. Keep it away from the defenders. Good lad. He's begging for it there. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Gonzalo Ramos. Shot from distance. Oh! Mark Travers with a very good save. Gonzalo Ramos with a thunderbolt that was destined for the back of the net. Had the keeper not intervened. Oh! There's a header! 1-1! He nearly scored the screamer from outside the box. The header, just as good. Top bins, mate. Top bins. Unstoppable postage stamp stuff. That might be the best header he's ever scored for me. Get in. 1-1 and plenty of time for a winner. Lewis Cook into Maro Jr. Intercepted well by the Ox. Right, here we go. Come on then. Now's where we start to break them down. Yes. Calimuendo. Please, pal. Yes! Through the keeper's legs. Forest 2, Bournemouth 1. The 10 men crumble. Yes! Give me these 3 points. Calimuendo drilled it hard and low. I mean, questions will be asked of Travers here because it wasn't particularly powerful. I did specifically ask for a low driven by hitting both bumpers as I was powering up. And it is driven low. And it just evades the keeper's feet. He can't react in time. We are 2-1 in front. God, I need this. Angela Mario and Maddie and Billing and Dembele off the bench here. Looking for a worldie and goalkeeping mistakes at either end. Dembele does equalise for them. It's 2-2. Unai Simon got across to that. I mean, that is a worldie, but the keeper's got to that. And he's only touched it further into the corner. It is travelling away from him. He's just not quite got his hand positioning right. It is a hell of a goal, but bruh. 2-2 against the 10 men. Richards. Nice 1-2 with Willock. Calimuendo's with me. Try and play it in front of him. He's got support here from Jacob Ramsey. I didn't feel like I could get it to Gonzalo Ramos there. I did see the run he made. Ah! Really good build-up play. Really good build-up play that won't have a goal come from it. I'm going to have to make some changes here. Taiwo for Calimuendo. Come on, please. Please! I want to win this. I don't want to draw it with a goal conceded in that fashion. I thought he was going to keep going there. Just couldn't quite have the pace with the player to deal with it. Yates in the way of that, but it falls back to Lewis Cook. Philip Billing. You're all waiting for the third Bournemouth goal, aren't you? So am I now. Badiashile away. I mean, it was meant for the guy that was further back. Good block. Still falls for Bournemouth. We now really are waiting for that third bloody Bournemouth goal, aren't we? Here's Philip Billing. Thank you, Unai. Well saved, pal. Good lad. Oh, Gonzalo, you're in. He took it in his stride well. He's got defenders all around him. Gonzalo Ramos! On his left. Just can't do it. Tried to pull it across goal. Couldn't quite. Can we get a header from a corner again? Maybe. Jesus Christ, how's he kept that out? What an unbelievable header from Taiwo Awoniyi. The keeper touches it onto the post. That's one of the most forceful headers I've ever seen in career mode. Taiwo Awoniyi dominates the defender with him. That flies towards goal and Travers just gets enough on it to keep it out. Well, we could have won it at the death. They might yet still. Defender was dominated so much so by our knee there. He actually got hurt. Lewis Cook through to Dembele. You're not doing it again, pal. Not having that happen. Joao Mario, Billing, Cook. Dembele, he might, you know. He's looked to square it. It's the only real thing he could do in that situation. Joe Willett into Oxlade-Chamberlain. I am running out of time. I need Gonzalo to make me a run. He has, but is it too little too late here? Jacob Ramsey driving forward. He's got the pace to cause them problems. Out wide there is Omar Richards. Jacob Ramsey's there again. Here's Gonzalo Ramos. Please. Please. No! Intercepted. Just no room for a shot. It's a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth. They'll be frustrated with my second. I'm evidently frustrated with their second. Perhaps a draw is a just result, but with them having 10 men for 65 minutes, we have to be disappointed in not taking all 3 points. Liverpool, as far as I'm aware, still unbeaten at the top of the table. It's Blackpool in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup up next for us, but that is certainly going to be a simulated game. The league table looks as I'm about to show you it here as we end today's episode. We are 17th. Southampton a point behind us. Aston Villa now bottom, but with a game in hand, it can come up to 13. We're still only a single point off 13th and 2 points off the top half. So if we'd have won that, we could easily, we would have been 12th. It's just not quite going our way in the crucial areas at the minute, is it? January transfer window on the horizon. But in the meantime, Blackpool, Villa, West Ham and Brighton. Let's get it done, shall we? Oh, really should have won that game against Bournemouth. Furious that we haven't, but that's football. We go again. We're still very much in touch with everyone around us, so let's go and get a dub, shall we, at the beginning of the next episode. I'll see you tomorrow.